Gemini, this is your tarot with Sky Sparrow. There is something coming through about there's two parallel realities that are being shown here for you. And you could be feeling almost like you're oscillating. Some days may feel extra hard and like going uphill. And some days you might just feel like you're in flow and things are right. So what I'm being shown is that in either of these realities, you are being watched over and being given assistance. There are times where it's like there's this energy, light energy, whether you angels, guides, what have you, that are, kind of like on standby and like, helping direct your course. And then there is this other parallel where when perhaps even through our thinking and our thoughts, we kind of lower our own vibration and end up in more of a parallel reality where we are not seeing our way clearly, where we feel like we're alone or in the dark or immobile almost. And it's in those moments where they're actually your guides, your assistants on the other side, ancestors, they're actually like bringing the light to you and helping you anchor into that light. Like you're being held either way. I feel this is coming through to almost comfort those resonating with this, that this is the human experience and you're not alone. There's nothing wrong with this per se. So that was the first message. There was also this sense too that some of you may feel that I said immobile, but almost like things aren't moving or moving fast enough. And I heard the phrase, you will cross that bridge or the bridge when you get to it. And it's said in a very loving, compassionate way, in that there is a bridge. First of all, there is a way made. It's waiting for you. However, our best path forward is always found by anchoring ourselves into the present. And that's where we're most rooted and most at peace. So there's this message of, yes, things are moving. We have an oracle card here that says movement. Yes, things are moving and things are working for you, being made, like the way is being made behind the scenes. So not to worry about that there is movement and and that the bridge is waiting. Okay. So it's like you don't have to worry about setting up all the pieces is kind of what's coming through. Now, also interesting, this card of shape shifting that's come through. Shape shifting. I mean, when I'm looking at intuiting off of these shaman oracle cards, these images, when I'm talking about these parallel realities, it's almost like as time is marching on, you are morphing, you are, becoming you're forming into almost like a new version of yourself, and much more quickly than you would think. It's kind of this illusion where you think things are at a standstill, perhaps. Maybe you feel it in your tangible world kind of thing. But, oh my gosh, like leaps and bounds of like shifts happening for you energetically. Very, very deep, really cool messages coming through right off the top. One more oracle card to share with you, and then I'm going to hop right into the tarot. Okay, and we're going to take a look at your best guidance forward and the energy surrounding you. So here we have the last card was play. So have fun. It says celebrate, don't be so serious. So again, if there is lots going on in the collective, as we know right now, we're probably all at some degree fighting with our human ego not to get too much in that worry type mentality. But here is Spirit's encouragement around finding that fun in your life. What is it you do for fun? But the other message I got coming through with this oracle card was, some people, how do I say this? Not to give too much attention to like, what's the proper thing to say? What's the right thing the right words. You know, in the spiritual community, there's this expectation that you do XYZ or you don't do XYZ. You know, it's kind of like dropping the labels, not worrying so much that way. It's like let your authentic expression shine and give yourself the space to be authentically you, whatever that looks like. So that's kind of the interesting message there. So we're going to take a look at the tarot now. And oftentimes Spirit will tie in these oracle messages to the reading. So we'll see how that plays in. But Spirit, for Gemini, looking at the energies surrounding my Geminis right now, Spirit, what needs to be talked about? What would assist my Geminis most on their path forward? Thank you, Spirit. So for Geminis currently, whoa, flyer. 1 second here. All right. I don't want to burn my hair in that candle. Goodness. Queen of Swords, guys. All right. Queen of Swords over 9 of Pentacles and wow, 6 of Wands with the Ace of Wands on the bottom. This is like, you know, something sparks your interest. Something has, you know, is working out for you in terms of your ability to be self-sufficient, independent. There's this encouragement and celebration around that, coming out on top, I'm kind of hearing. And that's at the root of this message. Now, above it with the Queen of Swords, this is showing me you in having like a very clear direction. If it's not come yet, it's coming. I'm seeing that with this Queen of Swords. Being not only having the clarity of your vision forward, but not being afraid to speak it, having healthy boundaries, knowing what you tolerate, what you don't tolerate. Okay. So weaving all this together, we're going to clarify what we have here in the 3 of Cups coming out. Yeah, it's like, I know what's best for my path. It's like really taking ownership of your life right now. And, you know, there can be friends around you as well, people that just get you, that will be celebrating with you, celebrating who you are, supporting you, uplifting you, and assisting you in keeping those vibrations high, keeping the thoughts positive, when perhaps, you know, perhaps there's a part of you that's like, you know, sometimes you do have some self-doubt here of like, I'm not sure. Am I going in the right way? Is this the right thing? Can I do it? You know, and there is a strong message here that it's about having those people around you, okay, that support you. Yeah. And uplift you. And again, that energy of play and having fun with that 3 of Cups here is what I'm looking at. It's all about that playful type energy. Yeah, there's this like, so far in this reading, this resounding message about kind of this being at ease in the moment because you know that you can trust that your best path has been laid. Yeah. And you're like, I'm seeing this confidence in that. So Spirit is encouraging. If you're not quite feeling that way, it's okay. But Spirit is encouraging to like, you know, play with embodying that energy. Because when we embody energies, then it becomes our reality. It's pretty powerful. What else for Geminis? Wow, we like have this flipper in here. The King of Pentacles. All right, take a look at what's coming out underneath it here. So there could have been something in regards, Spirit's bringing up something to do with your tangible world, your money, your work, your finances, that could have had a shakeup recently where, you know, at one time it felt balanced and fair, but at this time something's feeling off. Something's feeling like it's, you know, something possibly here could have shaken things up, you know, with the Tower card, because they weren't set up for the long term, okay? And as I'm looking at the Judgment card at the base, as I stop, it's all fated and for a purpose, because there's something better, or there's a better way waiting for you that is going to leave you in this King of Pentacles energy. The King of Pentacles, again, there's this feeling of self-sufficiency, really being able to fully financially provide, not only for himself, but for others, being surrounded by abundance, and really having like worked hard to get to where he is, and he's owning it. Again, that kind of like ownership. So, you know, don't be afraid to step into, you know, to step into your power, your power to create forward. And all, you know, all the work that you've put into whatever you've been working on, Gemini, your path forward. Okay, well, let's clarify and see what else Spirit would like to say about this King of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. And we have this repeat card, the way it fell. Okay, first of all, the repeat card is the Judgment card. Amazing. So I was like, should I talk about, yes, I will talk about the Judgment card, and here it is. Now, the reason why it's coming out in reverse is because Spirit is speaking about an energy that we hold, which goes right back to the intro channeled message about, you know, there's kind of two parallel realities being highlighted that we can actually consciously choose as well which one we want to be in. Now, this one here where we're kind of being, this is this stuck kind of feeling. I don't believe we're ever truly stuck, but we can feel stuck, right? Stuck in like holding ourselves captive in a sense to the past. Just had this card flash through my mind again, self-imposed restrictions. However, the reason it's in reverse is coming over these 9 of Swords, which is when we are, once again, we had 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, we're caught up in our head. We're caught up in the ego mind, I call it, you know, where we're worrying about either the past, worrying about the future. You know, for those of you who watch, you know, or are familiar with Eckhart Tolle's kind of work, it's all about that. That is where the suffering lies, is when we, you know, are spending a lot of time in our minds in the past or the future. So it's, you know, being ruled by our thoughts of stress and worry and anxiety and the what ifs and the should haves and the how do I's, right? Versus surrendering to the flow. This can actually slow down our destined point of kind of like this revival, this renewal being brought up out of long cycles. And it's going to happen because it's already here. It's fated for you. Okay, Gemini, it's happening. But Spirit is lovingly and compassionately bringing to light where our minds go. And that, yeah, like trust and know that, as I was saying earlier, there's a path here for you that is going to have you come out, I said earlier, come out on top. I'm hearing it again, coming out in that stability, being better off. Okay, so whatever shifts or change ups are going on or should go on in your life anytime around this point of when you hear this reading, this is why. It's for your benefit, for your good. And yeah, so let's see what does Gemini need to know going forward? What are these energies coming towards Gemini? Okay. And we have, all right, the 7 of Wands indicates this feeling of, you know, maybe competition for some, having to rise up to an occasion unexpectedly. And that unexpected energy has already been shown with the Tower. So I do very much feel there could be something, if not experienced already, that, you know, you weren't expecting. As this is always, you know, for you, not happening to you, but happening for you, right? And then we have 2 major arcanas underneath this. Again, more fated energy. So the Lovers and the High Priestess. All right. So the message here is you've been through enough, Gemini, that you do have a knowing, a deep knowing of who you are and who you've evolved to be up to this point. And with that knowledge and that evolution of self, you are strong enough to combat any energies coming against you in the external world, what have you, but you are capable of rising to an occasion. And this is firmly comes down to such a resounding message when I look at these cards together, which is trusting in yourself. This is your own divine alignment between your masculine and feminine energies. And here, the High Priestess, trusting your intuition. I'm very much being pulled to the word feminine, the feminine energies. The feminine is the one who surrenders. The feminine is the one who receives. The feminine one is like opens and waits to receive, right? And the masculine is the doer, the goer. And I feel like for those resonating in this reading, I feel like you've got that down pat, or you're being diligent in what you're doing. Now the feminine, again, going into that intuitiveness, okay? Trust in your inherent soul self. Trust that you are being guided. If you're resonating with this reading, this is what Spirit wants you to know. Trust yourself. Trust you're being guided, that this is all being divinely orchestrated behind the scenes. There's divinely appointed time here for you. And yeah, we have some of our own human challenges where we are called to rise up, to speak up, to defend ourselves, to, be in an arena where there's competition. That is the human experience, right? But it's only to self-actualize. There is like this leveling up, but there's like this breakdown for the leveling up to kind of happen for you. So yes, trust. Thank you so much, Spirit. The seven of Wands. Anything else for Gemini Spirit on the Seven of Wands? Thank you. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say about this future energy. Other energies coming at us. Okay, so this could cause a little like this. Yeah, I said energies coming at us. I don't always say that with this card, but I was sensing kind of this, as I've been mentioning, external energies coming at you. And that's what we have at the bottom of the deck, which is the Five of Wands. Again, wands, a lot of this fiery, passionate energy in this reading. This is, I feel in this reading around you, different opposing views, opinions, and, just not really meeting of minds, not having that meeting of minds. Now, this could be a shadowed type lesson of with the Seven of Cups here, of causing a bit of disillusionment, illusion, which is something I touched on with the Eight of Swords earlier. Am I on the right path? Can I do this? Should I? All of that being in your head is the same sort of energy here, which is showing me that there's an influence happening from your external, or even your mind. But remember, look at these two cards next to each other. This is the external influences, or the different energies coming at you. Here they are again coming at you, but this card says you are capable, you are able, Gemini. You have evolved. You can handle this. You got this. Sink down deep into your inner knowing and into this present moment, feeling life force vibrating through you, and knowing that everything is actually perfect in the now. Energetically, this is true. This is truth. So, Gemini, what I want to do is get Spirit's best guidance for you with all that's been said. What is the very best guidance for my Gemini Spirit? Thank you. Well, holding a lot of love in your heart for something you've invested a lot of time into. And I feel like, collectively, many of us are going through some really, really big shifts and changes right now. This is speaking to being willing to walk away or surrender, release, things that we've put a lot of our emotional energy into. We've put a lot of work into, something we were really committed and dedicated to. For everyone, this can be different. This could actually be, walking away from a job, a person, or even a way of being. Especially that opening message talking about being in different paradigms or parallel realities. Very much could be also a way of being. You'll know how it lands when, everybody will be different when you hear this, but this is being really tuned into your heart space. Again, it's really drawing me back to that High Priestess, and look at both of them with that blue energy, throat chakra, not being afraid to speak up, which was the blue Queen of Swords we had earlier when I was channeling that earlier about, not being afraid to say it. Speak your truth, from your heart. Know that if you are walking away onto a new journey in your life right now, and it feels that way, know that from the channel message at the beginning of the video, there's a bridge waiting for you to cross. You will cross that bridge when you get there, Gemini. That was the very loud, clairaudient phrase that I heard when I was meditating on this video. You will cross that bridge, and that means, therefore, the bridge does exist. There is a way. There's a way made. All right. So anything else with this Eight of Cups spirit? No, moving on to, literally, that was just like impossible to stay in the deck the way that flew out. Well, Spirit wants to encourage you. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. There is a tangible new beginning about to show up here in your life. Now, I also will paraphrase that this is potential energy until acted upon, but because what came out underneath, I can see that you will and will be acting upon this new direction. Spirit wants you to know that as you venture off into some kind of new energy, this parallel shift, that you've been through enough. I've said it all this reading, the Empress energy, to anchor into this Empress energy as you reflect back on who you've been and what you've done and the things you've put your heart and soul into. And you're trusting for that something is going to show up, or that a way is going to be made for this new direction. Embody this Empress energy, because you truly do have all the abundance around you. You truly do have the ability to anchor into this Empress energy, who is not afraid to speak her truth, who does hold a vision, who knows who she is, who's like centered in her heart, and she drives her life in forward using all of these qualities, and she can manifest like that. She is a potent portal of creation energy. Whew, I love that because of the aces we've seen here, creation potential. And here you are, you holding and anchoring in that potential. You anchor it in and bring it forth into the tangible through you, through your vibration, through your frequency. It's you, Gemini. You. Okay? Through your energy, which is why Spirit very pointedly came out with that specific guidance and advice around where our thoughts are going, and that gentle, loving cautioning of not allowing our thoughts to weigh down our vibration, because you are going in a new direction with new opportunities that are going to serve a greater purpose for you in your life. They're going to be more aligned with you. They're going to be more of a match to the vibration of who you are now. Okay, Geminis, don't forget to have fun out there. Our opening message. And I've loved this profound reading. I hope you have too. I love doing these readings for you. Thank you for sharing your energy with me in this way. And we'll see you on the next video.